Bibia koye.
Yeah, that's what in come. I'm den wo ho. Bibia de nkoye.
Sa
Bibia nkoye wo man ni mu. Bibia atitia pansam. Na amambu bonia yempanyimfo a omotie akonwa so sisi omode oman no fa so but ye wani da so esanse enche kra no na abato mre aso
yes
7 December 2024 na ye wogidie mapase wonyame adomunti ensesa mapa beba ama yewura John Dramani Mahama one NDC amanyuko ababeje efri ahokyere ne abenidia yekomi
yes mate men so me da say Richard Ahiagbah akwaba na pom to say
Robi me adom me hu ye na Ghana nso so
Ghana ye
ba
okay
ye ba
ba say me gidi say party headquarters nso boko
me adom national chairman general secretary ne national executive ne nyina ye hu ye pa
okay
am the Wednesday vice president speech on my aman Kenya kese aba Ghana nyina menka MPP mu Ghana nyina wanga sa otu mu se wo Philipa na ma samene ne party for adwendwene kese na me ne obi din komo so ha o ma ko frɛ Russia for ne monafofo a wo aba mono ne se o best study Dr. Baomi ayi no na omo hwɛ kwan ba edit na omo de bia ba se omo so omo di ya ntino ye hwɛ kwan someone baba but in Kenya kese aba na ni nyina ya party rank and file me che obia ewie yi se yemfa sa kwan we so na yemfiti ase nye adwuma na from Ekosiisen December 7 no adwuma ase ye bia na make sure say MPP be wini biu na ya koso ama Ghana akoni nimu no yenye say adwuma no because a mistake there are some American has said they are obre ya uhun ha wo hwa asa wo bia wo gine ni pa Ghana and wo ye no said dia e bibia ye na ye tronko na no mudi ma se be ya de be koso abo recovery ya e ba hu ban na ye mfa nkoma NDC fo ya na mo bae kasade no mo de 2008 election mo win ye economy na president Kufuor ya na e koso Ghana ha ope sika o te adwuma mukura na ye fro so be gibusia na kwa ye adwuma na se sika abo be ye fo Ghana ha ama amanone amanfo Ghana fo wa amanone e ba fie se ba be invest Ghana ha and this for be ye mo fa ya makohwe gotem and ye ba ye 2016 kakra page ba be do the drink kenye yare bone covid no ho asem obi ye be kan ha ne se de be ya Ghana for better as say MPP ba ye nanka economy no a picture a economy mu asa yare boni ebeto ye ya ati akofom ba enne no bibia e kire say economy no esan sorry biu enti ehia say MPP besan winning na ya koso abo Ghana economy ho ban na Ghana for ediye once more.
One thing another person me busa after the speech on Wednesday, was it Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Right? Yeah, on Wednesday, you know. Me just say must scanning on the various social media platforms who reactions are ever any other. From where you sit as director of communications for the NPP, you know, what would you say? A positive any more candidates, no?
Obi, very positive. Na your penny be where they met me account because come sha na em ngasa me nwanwa o say penny mu pa ka she me say na a shock no message no ti ade ni wie no na eye ne say enye MPP na ekasa because ono at one point in time na eye ne say ye nya message in body akoye campaign but nyoma ye de ba ye no kire say MPP ye woni daso and I said Ghana woni daso because of MPP. And you know, Obi, the reaction and the feedback has been absolute. Now, Anna America said in Kenya kese and Aba. And TMP before you now sorry waka. Yen fat be bia a war horse be a win me pe win a mania way and the Akanino and Fantun chain. Now yen say Ghana can't call a yen fast war. Now yen yedumading at December 7. Yes, I'm winning MPP in Ghana.
Maybe let me start with one of the reactions Amia Mehu personally. And on that, Nafi Ode way atwa. So the reaction has been said, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Yes, everybody knows. Say it was a tight rope for him to walk, you know, in delivering this because we are part of the current administration. You've heard the reaction. Say we're throwing a boss under the bus. Now, I say, or dissociating from the current challenges in the economy. Is that what you saw from speech now? What say you know? And do you agree with Omua Emeki our claims?
Obi, and you know, correct I think say me share paragraphs no kwana ma kan chiro.
Okay.
But I'll find it here.
Okay.
But the end say ne nkoma odi nyina so no eye dia yaye.
Okay.
Ene dia afamu.
Okay.
And I will gina eno so akire wo say China this January 7, 2025 obeye president ya. Sa nyoma ya famu ne hihye ayaye Ekosi sa abre na obeye president no. O hwe kwan sense sai bi beba. Sansi sai no na wo so daye de ne nusuade hunu egina so akonenimu. Enti policy yi bia ode ato ha bia no. It is focused on the ayewo mu a ye kwa akosie na because ono ka ho ni ntino or hwe the projection is enkodru ho no na the moment is right say the person or the source no na asoso pepepe enti that is the idea one say wo fa moto we no so me yes so afa on and say mo
ma fa on say
ha omo eye overpass
sure
o ma ya ma na bedu baby
yeah
na akabo mu na me no ejina ho say nti omo na nka omo ye na fi side way ba na omo ye fi side way nyina no the calculation omo dey ba no na absolute say boy nipa na nyina be case pepepe that is the calculation say every ha Ekosi 27th January 2025 policy implementation aye on say 2024 budget ya yewie enti enkodu sa time no na de sese eba na de sese ekọ de sese pagyan de sese edafom nyina no abo ano pepepe na ode ne de no atwaso so that is the dream now me hwe paragraph from Makachro in talking about this 15% tax on electricity no or can specifically to say enkodu 7 January 2025 say a banner sa tax no
edaso
ho not conditions are right obey free because or twa dia yaye no eno so ne baby a say yetumi tre no na ye de bi ka ho no na wo de aye that is how you build forward into the aye ni there aye agatumo the first part of the presentation no so ni me say o first part no is to claim ejuma yaye on
defend the
defend and claim say yen ya say adwuma wa yi ne ho afri ba kokora mu and I mention baba kai me ka fra say ade kro and ya ye and ye toaso e de akoye ni mu na Ghana enya ho mfaso entenya no kreda on true bia under the boss in fact I'm say o studio ha na I'm say Sammy Ukuba na o kan say me say say speech ya ya tworo yi
na the boss ya we
woni mu de wo mu enti ya tworo na under the boss na nka ono mpo ne ba beka enti sa kasa no Sammy Gyamfi mu na ahyehyɛ bebi a omo tworo ba for testing and as omo akeka no omo soma kaka anya no kreda ntoaso na ade ba ko so etumi ye nyina so ma on say obi as a party no yeah tradition but others
yes
we are not like the NDC na say oba o ka say me na me party me na a party according to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama or party according to His Excellency Jerry Rawlings or whatever. Yen we are a tradition. And so ade hunu na nanomo enya to ho no eno na ye tretre mu ehwe policy a ene no eko na ya ye atoaso. Enti yen obi man ka say me na me Richard and say me na me Dr. Baumia nti mabanti no dia me so ade hunu ya me dia na makofa fi baby abada bi. Eye ntoaso adwuma ne ye. Enti there cannot be any departure that is not consistent with the tradition. Entino kwanfoforo so na wo ye but it is centrally consistent with the fundamental belief of the party no enti nkoso ejuma na Dr. Baumia MPP Obonechidom na wo wini na wato so
the paragraph 4 okay say I recognize that submitting myself to your service, the electorate, to vote for me as president is no different from interviewing for a job. One needs to tell a prospective employer what he has accomplished in his previous job and how he can successfully deliver in the new position he is seeking, which is what I seek to do in this speech. Even though tonight is about sharing my vision and policy priorities with you, I crave your indulgence to broadly set up the context. I'll first talk about the record of our government and my contribution as vice president before laying out my vision. So I ask for your patience. You'd realize, sir, in here, and I've heard people say, sir, in talking about a binary record, no, he admitted to the challenges are Mufesi, COVID, and a Russian-Ukraine war. Immediately after that, he made the point and so said the fiscal policy management of this country, finance minister, monetary policy, Bank of Ghana. About the digitalization drive and only role our manpenny and the man no say onye. And start enumerating successes. Some have said, say, that was a smart way of him as a onono ele claim to only the beautiful stuff, the good things in government. Na nyoma na enye ne de a finance ministry, a Bank of Ghana. Is that how you saw it?
Obi, enye sakra. Mami kind lie when chiro na enono enchire mo chiro. Before I obey the vision, this paragraph 109, I was saying, we have done many good things and I will seek to build on them. Okay? What claim we be a until any say be a digitalization kwana and faso and I said there were no claim. But the end is even Jesus could no man for enya susueka say on no or you be a free nyame. Nipa e wo kukudro boni bi a wo twa wonte ase. This idea is Onono, his office had oversight. Yes. Ushe before no obeka in someone nyoma waye no. He premised it to say to want to canvass for presidency no. It's like interviewing for a job. Yes. Enti dia maye enti a me pese mo ma me adwuma no. Me kire mo. Enti on to me ka say ono no ye finance minister. But obetumi akasa. Debi, on to me ka Bank of Ghana. But dia waye no and wo so oka. Enti dia waye no waka. Dia onye no on ka say maye. But dia oka ho a ya no. Ubisa no oka say enso ka oka ho. No dey given. Yeah. But you say yeti he ya wo no na wo ubisa a question. Dominic otehoyi. Oka ho na moye production no. Ye wie nso aya obo mu di ma ne ye de. Enti ni nyina no oka say oka ho a on ka say ono na ye interview. But oka production no. Sa na adwuma ne te. Dia oye specifically no. Ono obeka eno na eno pepepe no waka. Nti omo aye sa ne de oye omodien kura no a de ombeka no ombeka say otamfo a wo sua wasa
obu ne pa
ochia ne pa ha sanete obi enti ndc foi eno mo namfofo a omayo mo ho neutralfo ne yetete Ahiagbah kola say CSO ne de aka ne nyina no say ya no kura ne da ho no mo chia ne bebere ene wo beto asoma asam de asame ba betra ha o de green book yi ni niam ba last page bibibi wo ho o say no mo de beka asam enti ndc foi de abai say ya but me no meka say obi nka na me no tia ya kase senka menye MPP ni kra no a nka sa speech we memma meni age wo ho because as a Ghanaian no nyoma waka na ha no menya yanka yaye ye nso so abe me de se sa nyoma yi abagana amenyina nya ho faso talk about the fourth industrial revolution massive stuff say ene and now say in Dr. Bawumia MPP administration ye ba benya say a standard operation say as a SHS student no obesua programming coding and things like that fantastic opportunity there are share na terms social media here and say more na ye the Africa for atosro na the Chinese for atoase na ye bompa na Chinese for assemble phone ne diaka but ye move into a space a young person from secondary school or ye could so on call and to us they say Bill Gates money Steve Jobs Maya or Makasa or no person IT person with the foundation from SHS no obi or no be to me adventure and as a branching off to build his life because Osha and the passion no and at the end of so no CTVET curriculum reform to drive in that direction no people will get opportunity to even advance in that space no idea no idea me MPP ni kura no the vision here no is solid enough to believe in and I this me no I think say NDC for nanga so ya mo mistake bebre obi ma menka we nchiro mo it is okay to like a good thing at the end of the year it doesn't take anything from your party to say at the end of the year okay na nipa enya credibility o mo say ebia wo hu ade pa obehu na wo ade aye say na wo say enye den na wo kwagofa ba aye na je say wo hu ade pa wo hu no but what you say enti vision no solid and this if onya ya nka mo postpone election we na wo ma yenko unopposed. Na yenkoye na Ghana juma kesi ada yenimu say you making sure say economy beba. Na you building the structures no. Say be ya shock here you experiencing with COVID and the follow up with Russia Ukraine no the economy will be more resilient. Na afedi omunya kwan ya omaba echiri no mabe contest because the drone no this vision way ombe detail omo emfa ade no ode aba de wo ho bia so obi de babia no na Dr. Baumia de abayi yenyina yempia anenkosi
ma menasi I'll come back to you Sammy ma mintio on this the initial issues around the speech about say Ojane Efri in a record afe EMT or say advisory council. I don't know if Richard explanations or the Amana set contest number year and I say you still think say the vice president is running away from the record.
Obi medasi dedi kain mamenchia omo ajebre etie yen ehwe yen ewo chirichiri ne benche yen nyina meba ho bebia asembisa na wabisa me no nanso me pese me start free baby isan say ura ye kana asem no Alhaji Dr. Baumia wesi agina yese opese ugina Ghana mampanyi akonwa ena wakwa ye nhyiamu kese ede nani suade hu no ene de ono sie se waya ama Ghana atodwa nti osi obepa adwuma wo ye ho ena waba job interview nti de waye ene de esi ne so obeye no ode ato o man nanim na eno ho asem ne ewie enwumre osi enka ho asem na obi
Asempa FM
wiasim ha ye wo no ansa na wo betumi ama obi akwanya se omedi wanim titiriu dwumadi a eho hia na edimu te se omampanyi akonwa no ye wade baako a ehia pa eno na wo se wo hwe na de yesusudua sadie no eni gidia wo sa wonu akro no entem gidia wo sa wonu akro no nimu trust is of utmost importance when it comes to leadership. Hwe obimfu bi ye friend no Brian Tracy okasem bi wo poto kasam say the glue that holds all relationships together, including the relationship between the leader and the led, is trust. And trust is based on integrity. A trese se nipa betimi ama wakwenya se bedi won animu a agye so omu mu gidie. So ho wo hwe enenhwehwemu a akoso efa abato a ye ba beto no December 2024 ho a all the posts aya ye kire se ade baako a Ghana fo ejina so de ato aba 2024 we obi e de ade e trust. Ghana in prime menim se achinye bia ni ho woni me be ya adwen se opadwuma yoku a omo ye scientific surveys so for mo predictions emu dodo na abamu a e de hefo say global info analytics me wa
they are the EIU so
exactly na omu nyina no asem o maba be kan se 2024 the number one consideration for the Ghanaian voter is trust. Na eno na ama papeya okasa na no ukude owura bawomia ne hwaye mobo no
adentia
eyesa susudua na Ghana fo ejina so de susu wono a obo ntoa na wo srese yema wona kwanya no medie so no eye trusty ama owura no waye mobo because oye nipa Ghana fo eni gidie wonimu Ghana for Karino, Ghana for Susuno. Ghana for Sona who say, or your trofo dada for yen to me yani mujidie, and for May Aquenya Cassiano and Shenensa. Obi 2024 ya Global Info Analytics for more publisher survey be. And Obi, check here. Very, very, very interesting. Oh, if you were wondering, the intia, but we miaka sewe, na ubi a tre no, Ubia esre no. MPP Communications Director Krabet na hey. When to me an ka de ba ko mienu miense bia. Papa no baba beye mane de adwuma empuntuo ni ahoto aba na nensem wa oke nyina obo defense so you gonna say Sergio Ramos obo defense afena or chechirimu. When you are in government and your leader has spoken and you are on the defensive defending, you know that you have a baggage. That baggage is called credibility deficit, because they will do enimu a wokasa mano no nipa ni ni mugidie we twan kontompo amana du baby a Ghana for obian taking it serious biem. And until 2024 January, Global Info Analytics almost survey almost publish here, page 57. Almost say, who do you trust to fix the economy? Why na Ghana for woni mugidie say yesika sem we ne atetia pansam no betumi aye ne ye. Yewra lanchemanten Ghana for dodo 8%. Omoni omokasa aye no. Omo se ye woni mugidie say ye economy na atetia pansam no obetumi aye ne ye 8%. Yewra bawumia enya 26%. Yewra John Mahama 54%. Ena omo omokasa say omo peni pa foforo 12%. Oba, the second question will be, sir, Ghana for money or mudi nkomona. Who do you trust to create jobs? Why na woni mugidi say obe to me abano abaye nhihye pa edi adwuma beba ama Ghana memo ane maba wenye biaye. Yewra lanchemanti nya 9%. Yewra bawomia nya 26%. Yewra John Dramani Mahama unya 53%. Third question, why na woni mugidi say Ghana education system wa and na face challenges be brino obetumi aba no aba be hye ne kama. Who do you trust to fix the education? To fix education? Alan 7%, Bawumia 26%, John Mahama 54%. I can go on and on and on. In fact, MPP for one kasa empenyufu e wo party ni mu omo ka bi wom from the polling station to constituency to national. Omo ankasa omo ko omo presidential primaries na nsen a omo ekotwi ntonto wo mpenyufu a na omo pese omo bedi omo anim kan so no. Emu bes o ha mu nchichemu aduanan na aka kakra bi na du 40% ka so mu ni gidie we Ahiagbah womiemu. So that is the biggest problem the MPP is confronted with. He is the most discredited political leader Ghana has ever seen and the MPP has ever produced. If 92 adubuahe dia na abeka afa ne ho. What's Bawumia is the first flag bearer MPP for Yinua.
Semper FM.
Waba som as vice president. Da. Kwadubuahe no ni sa track record ni bi. J Kufuor no ni sa track record ni bi. Akufuado no ni sa track record ni bi. Omu nyina ministers ne de keka ho. Be Bawumia de ono wadi kan ba be dwa nanum aye lectures akan sem bebre. Agana fo hu se ni nyina aye ntro. Nti ye ne ono ane party mpu no obi ya ni mugidie. So that is the problem Bawumia o face. Ghana fo bisa say na lectures ye ne bedi ana.
Asempa FM.
O opposition o ye lectures bebre kasaka brofo akese. O ka kire Ghana fo say wo wa ye adwuma wo Bank of Ghana da. Bawumia asem na meken yo. Unim se sika wo Ghana, the money is here. Na ehia se Ghana bebo bosia e dia ya kwan. Nya Bawumia na gaza. De wosia ya ne se ye jeje tolls wo ya kwan so ye benya sika ye ya kwan nyina. Bawumia said it. Obi na enye manifesto promise. Aje se nipa no kure ni mu. Obi obroni beka se oye a chronic and an unrepentant liar. Ene betinya hwe Ghana fo anim. Omanya ye middle income country a yet why ye jeje enso ye ho so. Ye gold ye sika ye nya no med enso ye ho so. Na hwe omanfo anim ka se nya se bobosia ne aye kwan a straight away o your trofo. Wo ba ye wa bobesia men ne Ghana ka a many oman na ma ye kakura ye ntimi ntua. Enunti Ghana fo akadi o ma musa won ka no kre. Ahiagbah womia ya obi ono ne gina simpie so 2020 ya Cape Coast. I say, good people of Cape Coast, I have good news for you. we are building for you a brand new harbor. Or say ye guswa ye si harbor mono chian e dia mamo. Nanso mra no kasa no kwasem ne say na ye fa pikasa na sokra mo from baby a we keep ku say ye si harbor. In fact, ono ane boss o mampanyi Akufo-Addo o ko keep ku say asemtrofo toto na no a ye bisa na sa asem no wasem no. O say ono won kai kra say MPP ahye bobisa because bibia ni wa o mo ye ne sa. Anampa eni o manifesto mu so mu si harbor amake because this should tell you say owura Bawumia no ye nipa bia untumi nyini ni because no kre eni nanum dia to so miensa Bawumia ya osio ye owura Mahama 2016 or the toward bebre agu Ghana for dodo esododo oka no enche ya Joy FM mo amufi ha or say the taxes are hurting the economy. Now, no dear, ye to Abama MPP no omoba. Oba be move Ghana from taxation to production. Obi, oba ye etuonko a wode abegu Ghana for so sese a ebura duanan. E maybe anywhere ba Ghana ya bakosemu a on everything, whether on imports, whether on fuel, whether on basic commodities, et yade atuo bebre yatimoden to a ebi kura ne sebi mpreduasa nyansan nim yade agu Ghana for so Ghana for si apene say that this is the same man ojina simpie so o se wonto abama me na ye ba woboso me edum watwe achi no community in Ghana krobia ni wa omubenya ensuo ana sebi yane problem obe solve ni nyina boso me nwotwe edum nwotwe obi how can anybody with a modicum of sincerity say such a thing when any MPP manifesto mo? I am not talking about unfulfilled manifesto promises. No one can say any party be anywhere fulfilling 100% of his promises. These are, concocted, fabricated lies. Send you petty me tnas say me bomb stream a chatro e diaji to me. But we me soon in the bind no. And someone me Kenyan na dance here that one just aka we bisa me ko sign. So no crojin. The same man say oh wahwe say wa ye nhwemu amu say Ghana kra no yensem fata asphalt road e wo form asphalt road ne twem enti ono de ye oba be fiti ase na aban na ye concrete roads nko a ene concrete roads no obi ewen 2023 ya ogina simpie so o say afi be ko na wie ye no na secondary school akoda bia aban ama no free tablet obi wante one student one tablet. And the tablets no e wo hefa o se ozongo fu amu Ghana ye bani aba besi model secondary schools region bia mu benya baako e wo muzongo minua e wo hefa o se o mache dollar tum me de safo akoma IGP samre na dollar ye be 4 cedis na breso dollar kosoro kodum pompon so e bin sida in 2022 by October November na dollar nam 17 cedis. Ama businesses baby a shift from woman to be recover. Meaning nipa o ma lose millions of cedis obi. E bia fa wanya yade awu because of Bawumia. Dollar na o chain to prison away. Wa break jail wa te praga. Ye hwe Bawumia ye hu no. E say wa dodge o kasem foforo. Enu nti Ghana fo ni mugidie biem. Na the asabe say na asem cross they say wabaye a bat of jokes in town. And if fufuru ya odi aba to me. Say me de economy no papa ewom bia no me na Akufo-Addo ma me yeye. Enti ye ho adodo de ana ye ho abasobode no me na wo se mode ma me. Akufo-Addo aye one constituency one ambulance but wo mi ase eye me na me yeye mo mabaso. Or say on man lead project. The president asked him to lead that project. One that credit in the crime. He never even commended the Akufo-Addo. He says he was responsible for one constituency, one ambulance.
So his office had oversight.
Oversight responsibility.
Yes, into Waje credit. Now Akufo-Addo they no new oversight. Onon kwa na oversight. Tietie nie, obi me kako baby. Enti I say one constituency 1 million, one constituency 1 ambulance. Man, I'm here. Agenda 111 and Ministry of Health. Neye. Uraba wumi say no so monfa ho abaso body mame. We are also digitalization, e-health, e-pharmacy, e-wache. Ni nyina me na me ye Akufuado ade papa bia ba wumi ase na ye. Afa do economy aseye a ede ahokyira ba Ghana for ye je ye ho ayenye. Inflation pomponso a enyema bofa so kosoro. Ye wura mahama ekwa na ye 15.4% wa. Wo ba wo mi ogina simpie so ka say mahama ni mama muo o ye incompetent no. And ye ka kira wo say e 23%. Na ncha ye kura ne ko do 54%. Emma Ghana for 800,000 ne omo wo hia buburo mu because of that. But wo mi say hey, no de Akufuado enye me a. Edu Ghana na ya ka enam besiambo bebreba owura ba womia as chairman of the economic management team. Ohwema aban boy ye na ekana mene ya yentimi ntua na ne Ghana adane omanfo say omanfo bola economy obi am peso bebo ye besia ya kakra ye de ye se yentimi ntua first time in 40 years obi edu wode aba womia say minimu hwe Akufuado
ase wan kasa no ye wo wade a
me pacho enya wona obi sesi ase
me busa
rich sesi ase but we me fiscal policy there e can over ata now
yeah, but that's a fact.
That is fiscal policy.
That's a fact.
Now on say tie finance minister on a fiscal policy.
Sure.
The economy goes beyond fiscal policy. Governor of Bank of Ghana on a monetary policy, so sure. The economy goes beyond that. And until ye di omu nyina ka bom ye di minister for agric, minister for finance, governor of Bank of Ghana, minister for energy, minister for trade and industry. Ye di omu nyina ka won ye di mpanyimfo bebre obunim sikasem aka omo and ye say ya te economic management team. Na saafo ni nyina omu panyimu a woda wonano e ya laji bawomia. Saafo ni nyina omu committee no mo person mo kasa omu pejo omo nsa. Bawomia ka say yes Kenoforiata talk. Okaza overruled. Kenoforiata kra man ani anso ade wo meeting na se otimi yi ni pie because he is the chairman of the meeting. Yakaso be a chairman, obi so tiase. Chairman of the economic management team. One man meeting a okweriu
Asempa FM.
Of Bank of Ghana for there na moye we na ono anka say kasa no wa Bank of Ghana for abaso. Yes. Na che say ojitum say Bank of Ghana de ochire mo so omunye nyina no omwaye enu nti na obo omabaso no. Because this Bank of Ghana enyo omwa ka economy na bo. Bank of Ghana oma breach Bank of Ghana Act. Obitie mi ye. Etwa sika 2022 nko 45 billion. Ya print sika dia ma ban. Ama no na di inflation ko 54%. Aguni panyuma. Edi nipa 800,000 yako hia buburu mu ba wo mi aso ma ya ade. Meaning what? Meaning say ono na na ehye akiri. Nani nwasem na nokure ni munti no. Ani ngwase aba Akufuado mfa. Na obi nipa timi tena se. Eye nipa boni ni sa.
Nipa boni ni se.
O mampanyi Akufuado. Enti na sedani. Na sedani. Se wati asem a o mampanyi Akufuado waka. O se onipa bia owo MPP mu. Na opeso ogina wo MPP di mu. Na obeye se otwe ne ho afiri ono na aban record ho. Na waka se na aban ya bibi enye. No na wadwen fufuro de babia no. Onipa kro no ne ho esere o ye joka. Na sa onipa kro no so bugana fo se sebi Ghana fo omunim dia ene onwene hu yie o mampanyi Akufuado ne kan. I'm sure you see the video. Yes.
Before
na unim dia na waka na asem.
Before more presidential.
Say no unim se bibi se beba.
How?
Obi me ka bibia se Alhaji Bawumia. Se ono pa na onyame bo no se Adam na no wo garden trum ho ne yiri ifua. Kemre onyankopon baaye no. The Bible says the voice of God was walking in the garden in the cool of the day. Nka Bawumia betumi a convince onyame se we one na yiri if omo ani apple no. Ko betumi a convince no. Hey! Ni papa ni Akufuado awo MPP ID card kwa na woni bi. Fa wo free a place of oblivion, they will buy a place of prominence. Papa say, me economy no menti ase. Okoye economics wo legon third class no nyae. And obi tu ne for say abrantie bi ye adwuma wokofo abre so ebe sikasem a wa ben kofa no and omampenye Akufo-Addo kofa no. Anything Akufo-Addo says or knows about the economy, but we na kire no. Nti Akufo-Addo ankasa gina simpie so a.
Na Akufo-Addo na catch.
Yes, Akufo-Addo say the entire ofa Bawumia as the running mate ne say Bawumia Akufo abre so no na boa Bank of Ghana mo ye redenomination. Haven't you seen the video? Me boa ka kire me. Na Bawumia na baba be $1 agina ho ama Ghana cedi anya nwode. Me boa ka kire me. The video oka say under Akufo $1 1 cedi. Under Atamils $1 2 cedis. And I say that is why I've gone to bring this young man, Alhaji Bawumia. Me won't say presidential candidate be a vice like Akufo-Addo did for his vice. Me say papa be di akonwampo. 2018 economy minister say ye. Akufo-Addo call parliament, state of the nation address. Or say economy na ye no, e nipa ba ko na ama ni nyina basa, e ye Bawumia because ono na economy no me dia hyenensa. Wona wo ye chairman of the economic management team. Omo mo fiscal policy for ehwase. Omo mo monetary policy Bank of Ghana for ehwase. One kasa website Bawumia say as chairman of the economic management team na dwuma ne say ono ne shape government policies. Haven't you read it? I'll read it to you. No, also guided the implementation of government policies. Not just digitalization. Not just one ambulance, one constituency. Or say government policies, including e-levy, including betting tax, including emissions tax. In which year to one or more Nina government policies on the guiding implementation. Just say, to me, on the shape. On one website, meboa kasa meboa. Me asem wa make bia mama reference. Na just Akufo-Addo, otia simple na wo yini boni aye. To the Akufo-Addo, ye na tantan de. The man has become lonely. He's been stigmatized. Me kasa man is saying, you cannot but pity him. The reality is that Ghana phone him say, Akufo-Addo ne Bawumia de entafo prekope Siamese twins. Omo fruma ne bom. They know. Give us a win we are pa ya wom wa bom ntafo mienu. Na win we are ne petu minti. Unu ya nsu nim say. Say ni wona waboa no amana ba bedu bebia waduro. Na win ya nsu a wo ba bedi akonwan bibia ni wo betumi aya abra wo misaw. Bawumia one ni ho. Ena Bawumia vice president ko ntimi nyi. Because the Akufo-Addo so open no eno no de be ma no.
Ne running mate. Nanso oba nipa mu a na wa be gumi ho fi.
Richard ya say na Bawumia antwe ne ho amfiri as
can say enra Bawumia speech no. Sammy was here said Bawumia wrote the speech himself. His boss, the president, the finance minister, other senior members of this government were aware of the content of the speech.
Masa 90 Insuo to na wantia ade chen ya from one for no so hu
adan
yeah inviting the person beba nhemu ho kra no Akufo-Addo ye friend
o man friend is saying now see them so man friend
no
and I said the first one meant is so man friend
minua
let's go
ya ma papa no hu de Akufo-Addo ne kasa ma for Eugene ahe wa twere no Facebook ho
wa twere dey
ofa Bawumia boshe na Bawumia say ono ba wo betwa e-levy mu no Eugene Hetwere was a posterity. No, we soon need to say.
Eugene was soon to Facebook wall.
Go and check.
Hey, now your video
down kwama and then Yamebe Kasama Akufo-Addo. Because Bawumia wona e-levy no kra no de ehun susuye ba cabinet. Wona kwadwo opon kroma say e-levy mra no hye obi unhuye kwadwo opon kroma nyon ne kasama aban. You see o see e-levy Bawumia na hye. He was instrumental. Instrumental is different from he was part. Now instrumental adjective not here. He was instrumental. Jumedie ni nyina no to no na so na esi. And then we petu minti we see metwam. And na you dia he okasa ma Akufo-Addo te was no awusu niti or say posterity. Nipa nya obi. Nipa ye bad. Bawumia is now pretending to be an opposition leader in his own government. E-levy una de buy. Bawumia di oyekobra. Bawomia betting tax when I would buy Obi ya kasala wo sre e ni pese wo media is any pa ye bompire ye mobi mano e yo mampenye Kufuado because why mobo you see success they say has many fathers but failure is an orphan indeed and I'm say Kufuado ojai economy ni nyina ma Bawomia adia all the economic policies say yes say ukosusu bibi kire Kufuado na Bawomia en kan kire Kufuado say onya we why won't you and why implement Bawomia ideas because he said Kufuado is a lawyer obi anim what the Bawomia ideas nyina ya adwuma and I feel Ghana economy say fe Bawomia and e na me ntobi that question you asked me say what do I have to say about Bawomia and now person or stigmatize it ostracize it hwe ne hu firi Kufuado ho no demo de Kufuado ne tu ne fu kire ne bibia obani pamu a no wa begu papa n'animu ase because onim se wagu ono Bawomia no wasay o man no wasay o man sika sam Kufuado de shenesa but we want Ghanaians to understand something Bawomia what position or see o bisa 170 questions obi ukai on the economy okay do bizano
there's been a rebuttal from the office of the vice president sir. He did not ask 170 questions and no maybe
he never asked 170 why is saying 20
let me
saying and 170 no bizarre questions
anyway Krobia Asante say unim Krobia Asante office of the vice president
me who social media na me say the name
or say no 170 questions were posed to Mr. Arthur it was 170 statements to NDC and Mr. Arthur after he and the NDC countered Bawomia's speech in 2016. There were no questions in there. He told the NDC to expose his speech of 170 paragraphs.
Okay.
In the direct questions or so.
Kasa ketreman pro.
Yeah.
Ya kasa asem na oti ase. Se nipa bia wonu mu asem na ye di bebu afo. Hwe. Where your Twitter Bawomia or tweeted
yes
on the 5th of December 2016 now about 8:48 p.m. No Twitter. I say hello friends. Please how many of the 170 statements and claims on the true state of the economy did the vice president answer today?
In the other questions. Consistent with
so then why did he say did he answer? What did we answer?
So he had delivered a speech. And that speech, the NDC had counted the speech.
Yes.
And now, Onobeka said the NDC should expose him on the speech he presented.
And Mr. Atta says, 170, in Yamano Kanemudia Hino Yano. I didn't know Obisa Mr. Atta. Now, Mr. Atta, dear, on the no me to another driver. Oh, meaning I would chunk kuntumpu, Mousa Fire, I would dabonte.
Some and
I would drink on conservura if you feel now. Look, Bawomia, on Tias, yes, when you meet. Oh, yeah, co-pilot. Yes, a vice president is not a mate. Because mate, dear, in Yase, all licenses are now with him driving. But the vice president, you know, Susudia, Yedususu Mampenyin, and one Yedususu, he must meet the same requirements, eligibility requirements of the president. Vice president, untumi yinedi, but mate, yetimi yinedi. At any time. Said driver niwa, mate, untumi nkotwi ni car no. Because they be no new license in pool.
I just a mate or license.
Yeah, but it is not a requirement to have a license to be a mate. And by vice president, your manpenny, your manpenny. That is why they are elected on the same tickets. By coming on the ticket, you know, what you have to say, what submitting to the leadership of Sao Mampenino. And so Mampenini at the par a Yamunina and Moye. So what say or mine not to say the no minor say a Yamunina and Moye. He has the ultimate responsibility because he is the president, the primus inter pares. But Bawomia has the direct responsibility because he's the chairman of the economic management team. And unti Sadi awo ye and then mofra cry den esre no. Na no na ama obi hu say ampa sa wonim say economy no wase no ampa. Because I won't say economy no Why are you running away like a coward from your own record? So what's it about one more thing? Economy
the record he defended with almost 10 pages
defended
of his
what record?
Oh, now one can
defended what record? Show me one economic index or matrix. And a papa chain the NDC the share.
No, because you said he was running away from the record.
Obi.
But he didn't. He defended the record.
I've answered your first question by way of preliminary.
I get you.
And I want to conclude by saying this, that and somewhere about Womia Ka Yeninano, a Yanyama Miensa. Number one, a Busrim Ka in Kuntumpunia Tro.
Okay.
Number two, a flimsy and ridiculous excuses for Ghana economy now. Or their buffo no was say your mind now you want to and number three, a boshetro 419 na da ofri so be kana magana fo yetimo ye den ya to abamano. These are the three things. Now we ba me so bie mu a we dey say na say the prapra kwa.
Very well.
Then I will go into the statement.
Richard, me pacho
I think we can now go into the statement.
Sure.
Okay.
What Sammy wakasa baby why he thinks Dr. Bawumia Adwane free in the record. Do you have anything in the speech to counter Ninsema Wakemi into me pacho?
There's a Dr. Bawumia Adwane record and I say all through president and the boss a manifest something kind statement na wonko kind no ndai they work kan. There's no such thing. He owned the record me kind line by kumpu echreo amawote. Now I'll do two things here. And he said
Obi my sense. Sorry, Rich.
Wakasa we manenkasa.
We just a second round. He said
don't worry. Odi jay no mame.
All right.
Obi.
Started 5:20.
Obi asemo. I was say Sammy dia na ya agro. Agro nkwa. But again so nya agro. Nipa life and here dey come asabi. Sammy dia ya agro. Sabi, hwe bi yo now you young man. Te Obi. Sammy ye nyoma say titru na de ba ko pe no ye na ha sei. Eni say opesa otwa asem to Dr. Bawumia so. Na otwatu ni su wi a wasan ka say economy no ana say Ghana economy no enye president and e wo in charge but Bawumia and in charge of the economy. Owie su wi a o say Bawumia boni aye. What I say it's tautology, complete confusion in Sammy's mind. First thing, and now me need this uncle me. And I make sure say vigorously no so mo pa. Yenso betumi dia ya agro. Na ye sorry aka so former president Mahama or ye trofo and so bimbada. Na ne say obo stream aka ne ye ka gu nipa nfi. Bawumia woni ade ba ko a o ka afa na wo so we intro. Number one, Obi, some global info analytics, a research company, no, a UB project. I don't believe in the research they bring. Me papa no, Musa Dankwashia City. Asemwa in a matter of 3 days or so, I collecting national data and we city now. We discussing business or collecting data. There's record. We to mark check. It is hard no skirmishes no assemble near they are banner cancel. Into what it was a project. Into almost 30 years, 40 years, say by election time we no matter a reference point. They are so predictable and this if we. They are so predictable. Oma share a jumei say nemu no say betra ha say e wiase he nyina da ba na global info analytics buy enye wo kwa na aka EIU anka ne refi say EIU ho o say global info analytics is the wiase he nyina omo aye researcher ye gidi. That's what you said. That's what you said na obi catcher or say EIU
so e ka ho ya
but in
Ghana omo ye
no problem Ghana how mo bad bay ye ka election and as a polling Ghana ha EIU on bad bay.
You mean global info analytics?
Global info analytics on bad project is so be kotira be kan sem we. Obi say can say evidence say nipa we wo no wo true for Esi say ade no esi a evidence ewo ho. Pacho dey say 2020 na e okrom ha. Ena ye kwoto aba. Ye wie ya NDC for lusu ye no. Former President John Dramani Mahama catch NDC for so mo wini election nti omunko street amo koyeba dede na oyene ka kitikiti nkanipa ewi ewo EC4 lemu ho. Exa catch omo MPs led by Honorable Haruna Idrisu omo march fi parliament say omo ko EC because omo leader former President Mahama catch omo say omo wini election nti omunko onkoye basabasa. Just anokai. Ama ko wie chire mo general secretary now chairman kasa de no munim se omalusu nipa we ayo obi adi no kure obi a o ka no kure ono no. Number 2 se o ka ade se nipa a ondi no kure obi a ye krofo ye otrofo bajo o dia say so in essence no obi a ye corruption a glorified description of chrono bajo o dia say glorified description ti o krom ha 2016 na assembly there di say yeah, the Ford expedition be amobi a compromising the panel for purposes of gaining contract. A verified if idea a see and yet after obo sri mwakana man for during a team say a yampa na say yampa. I idea see kromha. So the two few or the two pull ni mo or the two hifo yeah the mawo say we inti I said that so mama is our contract we obi. Idea no esi na aye corruption aye chrono obi ewiase ha aye we anase Ghana one former president and who asem amanone aye airbus issue yeah other countries or ma prosecuting crofo are jailing crofo or sadie kro yi ho no ye former president and who ka ho airbus issue we say oh yeah so on yeah so beka no kure so on ka no kure no it's evidence of obia untumi njinindi because asem no ye hunu so but what I say I asem wa ekonkon ho ye say wo ka ho wo say menka ho ka ho menka ho say nipa no wo make decision about that person no obi wona company ya odia na ye so wo fa nipa bi na on his clearance check no so when we say papa we say he was involved in airbus no maybe a wo make decision o ka say we there say we enka wo airbus wa yemfa we say nipa no ayo bia o to be ginidi sansem we nyina ho yempese ye beka because anya no na Ghana for ehwehwe because baby a ye wo say no ye prede ahwe kwa babo Ghana ho ban enye agro ana say ye kansem keke obi the make us so na move akobeni mu ene say nsem a sametra ha ka nyina ene de aka ba beka nyina no omo kan 20 friends saying 2017 18 19 20 ene de coalition ko lusi tasem foforo bi eni ho a woka Sadia ya mo se baolaya baode bemba a project almost 30-50. Somebody mu say inevitably no baomia will become MVP's flag bearer. Into almost 30 ejuma ina che to define him as a liar anya no kure da. On car the chrome maka airbus say no crow say no crow aba maka Ford expedition no crow aba maka 2020 election. Yeah. Or did ho catch say oh ye winnie abraham amunim in house say mo lusu a mo call court e ko ha obi a adwene court ho chire krampo no a we lusu no before say general secretary say do nketia na o ye chama babeka no kure no ato say Ghana for ye nim say ye lusu no na or describe Supreme Court say unanimous 9 o say deben or the edi o matter nti wo hwe the confession of general secretary say do nketia. Now we share the decision of the Supreme Court now. Obi Supreme Court ayeboni. Because what we say we do so ade no. And we call yen so pe Supreme Court ni omo nyina ba kumpo enfrim. Okay 2013 election petition no. Anye krojin say 2020 de no. Because asem no na no kura wom. Entina nipa na adwene nsipi. And ba akupe and talk so ma omo wini. But when ye call yen no complete unanimous decision. And I no kura so nyamia on pe bone wo de sie the Supreme Court attempt but wa general secretary say amo kono ye nimu say ade a ye de koi no kura bi anka ho ene ye de ko ye trefia anka be boa ye Trefian Kabeboy, sir, incitement here, former President Mahama, yama, NDC4, Echo Jina Street, so I said the Omoya demonstration, said Debe, said Nipa Wuyanko Wuka. Sir, Nipa way won't mean trust. When ye kase, again ye see, ye huni pani subai, we ain't mean trust, and yet they are all Babeka asset agenda to Nipa Trimuso, Papa we, ye see on your papa. Obi Bakatra me say on ye papa. Kwan pa se me fa so ne se me bisa because me hu ade bia wa ya eye bone a me no wase tremo no se me tumi gina so ka so nipa bone Sammy o kase no oni ade baako a o ka fa former president vice president Mahama Baumia ho se ono we na wa ya enye entra we di waka economics lecture nsem ho no meba ho obi Sammy any NDC for ni assembly aka enti obi ade baako a yen yebe eje ehun se yebe ne say from now on ye engage omo in the assembly dada no atwemu no ye ko enim Ghana if baby ne abeduru ha ye ko enim ye pegana ho bae na abo enye kasa keke say ni na age ye be trans studio na ye kasa enye no na ye ba be ye obe wie say no o ka assembly just be veer into the economy issue o ka assembly so give me one macroeconomic indicator. Now, say better than I said yesterday. And now, I say he's suffering from selective perception. And it's at the end of the whole say, yeah, say at the end of the whole, no prefer say, Obaga say at the end of the whole. Say Sammy Okrom had 2017, ebe drew her. Obe who say Ghana economy, no, it went through a cycle. Cycle na ye ko no. It's a function of massive external shock. But no my imagine say omon jin to mu say COVID by but omon so na form COVID committee. Na me nimu de obeso omo de but omon form one. And Russia Ukraine war no eba be exacerbate here. Make sure along the line what happened. I think obi this ankomo ya sa issue in na woni mo. But no all can say, show me one economic indicator. No, now you read ho. Say 2017 Ghana ha. Now the economic indicator in terms of GDP, inflation, exchange rate, and our interest rate, compared to them, no, now they were nowhere close to it. Just 12 months after they left office. Okay, GDP and now a war or more bresso by 3.4 no. And 2017, just 12 months after Omu Free Mono, we grew up to about 8.1 or 8.2% in 2017. So I mean, that is the indicator that's better than Nana Momo Tiswan. 2018, the same thing, better than Nana Momo Tiswan, 6.5. 2019, better than Nana Momo Tiswan, 6.5. What kind of inflation are from 15.4 na mujayeno? It came all the way down to about 8 and maintained for a period of time. And sir, from 2019, 2020, yes, we started experiencing some instability in that space. Obi, at the point COVID buying, not this economy, and say, and there were vulnerabilities or internal weaknesses. Economy bay and any weakness obi wa to where who say obi there are underlying conditions, there are health weaknesses and vulnerabilities adibi keke and emaye and osi so but to fam say na from a body be who fa huni mu the chances of you getting a cold or whatever is very high. And you know there is no absolute situation in onyankopo wiase awaye. There's no absolute situation. Absolute situation be anywhere. And to say IMF nibi, World Bank nibi can say, oh, Ghana's economy no, now there were internal vulnerabilities and all of that. Now can you have to understand say Sanka that external the internal weakness, it wouldn't have created the situation we were in because 2017 no, and I said 2016 a better example for Samene the NDC for no. 2017 na ya buy na omo economy no matetia pansam na decline no na weaknesses na anyhow na sa weakness no omo kan na wo ho mbo a and ye building it up in 2017 man call 8.2 say na wo ho 2018 na wo ho and you build the money cost 6.5 of what I say. And the presence of any weakness does not show say you fall sick if you protect yourself. So nka COVID amba obi ono ntumi betena ha nka se ba omia ma lecture e ma na economy no atiako form. The man atiako form eye COVID-19 and the Russia-Ukraine war. Period. Ghana say kanukure. Say kanukure na media yana me dimu hu yaw. Them dimu hu yaw because e kodu baby na ma ye mu hu a friend is saying na mu nya mu but by design of your structure no mu ye referees. Ntedu baby so to me cancer some say ja agro no. De duro no ye ade a e ma yakọ enimu anase nko. Nti kire susu ya momowo are different from their Dr. Bawumia there by nka na nkomo yi nka vision for vision na ye yes our discussion to be can some we are me co vision na me tie the almost edeba but what I say 70-point vision and no nkomo de ebedi every hair corner ye ni omo ni sa asem dada no bio ni ye boy sire mu akansam ni ye twa ntro guni paso na wo ye krofo akufo ado ye mobo nsem basa I want to say we enye we ene ye de oman nye sansem akeka we when your communication we attempt nye communication bia enti no yan kasa ansem no enti economy we everything Dr. Bawumia said about this economy nyame a on pebone nyame a nasem oka eti say ya na etisa no 2017 year by no everything we said president ko jina parliament and all Bawumia baso no na that time no na economy no na jina na so oka asase na come jina na so enti ene na economy jina na so because yade aba on fan susu nipa no abra na ojira na so obi the last time me hu abedipele obo no 1992 that was the height of Ghana football in terms of African Cup in history till now the farthest ayako at that time obi patro ohwe ball aye bono awo I was in begu abedipele onya yellow card one ball finals and me ko lusuma Ivory Coast if it's abre no Ghana football anye yi but that time no ye decide bedipele ni gira wonim say onini na ye say de bedipele e ko gira park bi so mbobo ma unhwe na it's not the same person but what I say things have changed events have happened in life wa akoso amase eneno economy no abafom na den na baye se make abedipele asemi onyini natural say nipa obenyi nti onye practice biom nti this ya de covid I buy no and ama say nsemo a ne eduma ya ye Ghana ekoni nimu no atwe asa no eno nkyere say ya nye eduma eno nkyere say abedipele no onye the best player in Africa yes say abedipele gira park so we Ghana ni a wo akukuduro anase ogidie say at the end of the day no Ghana be winning nipa bebre ka say sa final na wambo no and ama Ghana yentumi enwini cup no but what I say enti Dr. Bawumia asembia oka ye bia manebesi say ye wini election 2016 no obi sansem ni nya ye practical nyoma ye hihye ye 2017 the result by 18 the result by 19 the result by 2019 obi uti say Ghana was named the fastest growing economy, one of the fastest growing economy in the world. Ghana. Eko do pepe so be in terms of foreign direct investment. Ghana will surpass Nigeria. It's the same Bawumia. Inti President Bonabaswa Odika because ejumano why? Inti oyi COVID free moi. Nka obi ani Ghana ha na say wiase obetumi convince me say obetumi convince me say nka 2019 economy grow 6.5 no nka 2020 economy go 0.4%. Obi ani ho logic bi ani ho obetumi de akire mu say wo obi ugira ona so say na echina o performance obi ani Ghana ha say obi de o tramark de chia delivery na ade be che echina na obetena ha na afi de unhunu nyoma a wankasa wo tumi ye and I said they also run the project na one time no untumi nya bio obi so obi hwesa ade ne na esi wo so and I said toa because bibi ha obi yanka say obi abon because ye nim obobre patriot I say this is the matter and the NDC for nye nkrofo ne omo tra edi nkomo a omo di nkomo a esoso so edeko because omo twitwa asem ne si because nukre na Sammy ne party bedi a nka omo ka kwakosi se 2017 18 19 no mu ya ade na de na si nti amanya ade 2020 ne ya do musuko ho no na omo behunu ho na nukre ne beba but ya omo nya nukrefo a modi nkomo a omo ka ba eto asem so no nti no omo ka asem ma ne twitwasi nti on the record Obi Bawumia, there is no evidence. So Oti baby Google online now who say Obia Tro baby say Bawumia is a liar, Bawumia is a liar. Who net ya say NDC4 and Etiaka pushes agenda no online. Bawumia and Kujina baby and in Trobia as I say or Sefata say a friend or trofo. 2. Obia a person friend or trofo Ghana ha. Ah no ankasa ni ye. Ha? Nyoma wa ye. Nyoma waka etres oya trofo a former president John Dramani Mahama me no ya me pese mekeka nsem sei but wakwa aba na make bia boa no se opo bia ye se friend o trofo a sa nipa no oni fie sa nipa no osomo no sa nipa no na o promote se Ghana for ye mfa nembra na sa nipa kroya no Obi massively in 2016 Ghana for ye ni bie and ye hu ne bobre ne juma obetumi aye ne de ontumi nye and ye nyina te ase se papa yi omwa Ghana and ye to aba etwe ne saye enti ono dada no a na ye de ne ba enti o ma dwene se on be go obi hu fi na one na ye pe Debbie Dr. Bawumia is the vision Ghana has been looking for and it carries that vision enti enye na friend is saying Dr. Bawumia and obeka say oye otrofo
very well
otrofo a His Excellency John
Dramani Mahama. Richard Ahiagbah. Richard, let's answer about Hobby and then you take us through your 70-point vision. But Adom FM, Eddie Jumedi air but this Val's Day. Your friend no Chewodo Valentine 2024. Chewodo Valentine 2024. And a special promotioner. Yede air bremo. Na ye busa se Odono Oshase Saint your do ashase. How did you meet your loved one? Let's celebrate love by telling our unique stories of our lives to win exciting prizes this Val's Day. Inti mayenhu Odono ashase na yenam so ebeche wade kama participation here easy. And also tell us how you met your lover in a brief video into your video. And also your voice note. Let's send the bra WhatsApp number with 0540 106 467 0540 106 467 or upload on your personal socials and tag Adom 1063 FM with the hashtag Trewodo on Facebook, on Instagram and X for a chance to win exciting prizes. It must include your contact details. And there's a upload our personal handle on Twitter or account on Facebook and all of that. Add your contact details. Love stories will be featured on Adom FM and associated social media handles for likes, shares, and comment. And the 14 unique stories will get to be celebrated on Val's Day. Submission is 7th. It is submission ended on the 7th of February. Yegusua ye veti applications are and the winners will be announced in due course. Kai say Adom Trewodo Val's Day promo is sponsored by DBS Roofing, your roofing expert, and a Franco Trading Enterprise. Phone Papa Efie. Ekosiisen na haya Sempa FM. Sammy Gyamfi. Anyways, inti adofo no mama